Hey guys, this is the 2002, and today I want to talk a little bit about how Call of Duty can improve their matchmaking. If you're like me, you may have tried to jump into a game at some point and just sat there in the pregame lobby while it was searching for available games, searching for players, and eventually it doesn't put you in a lobby, so you just give up, try a different game type, or try to back out and try it again. It might get kind of frustrating. You might think to yourself, Advanced Warfare sold almost 20 million copies of this game, how can they not find a few other people for me to play it with? Alright, well, let's break it down. First off, Advanced Warfare uses skill-based matchmaking. It's also trying to group you with people that are going to have a good connection, which usually means geographically close to you. Now, we all know that neither one of those are perfect, and it doesn't work all the time. You always find yourself with people that are various levels of skill and in different parts of the world. But those are not hard restrictions on lobbies. Eventually, it'll put you in a lobby that does not necessarily meet those ideal criteria. At least it's supposed to, I think. But there are other things that are hard restrictions on the lobbies you can be placed into. Out of 20 million people, I ought to be able to find somebody of any kind of skill or connection to put me with, right? Well, first of all, the game was sold on 5 different platforms. Obviously, you can't play with other people on other consoles. So, like me, I play on the PS4, and most people bought it for the PS4. It sold the best on the PS4. So you can only play with people on the PS4. So that's our first hard restriction on what lobbies you can be in, PS4 lobbies. Alright, so out of that 20 million, how many people play on PS4? Well, let's go to our leaderboards, and this is set to all time. We'll go to career, and if you look at the bottom, it says a little over 9 million people have logged into Advanced Warfare via a PS4. Now, that's not counting for people that only played once or twice at the beginning of the cycle, people that rented it, people that have multiple accounts, people that play at their friend's house because they don't have a PS4. There are a lot of variables that could come up with that total of 9 million, and it's not necessarily accurate. So let's narrow the gap a little bit. We got a duration thing, and our filter will go down to weekly because that's as small as we can make it. We'll look at how many people played the game this week. There have been a little over 1.27 million accounts logged into Advanced Warfare this week. Okay, that's still quite a bit. They should be able to find a game, right? What are some other hard restrictions on the lobbies you could be in? There are 30 different game types that you can choose from in Advanced Warfare, and when you're in those game types, those are the only people that it's going to look for to match you up with. So let's look at some of these game types. Obviously, we can't just divide that by 30 because there are not an equal number of players in each game type. We know Team Deathmatch gets probably like around 75% of the people playing at one time is going to be in Team Deathmatch. So let's go down to Search and Rescue, one of the lower populated ones. This week, a little over 20,000 people have played Search and Rescue this week. And this is probably pretty accurate for a weekly average because it's Saturday, it's the end of the week. You know, we got another day of people that's going to play this. But are there going to be 20,000 people online at any given minute? Probably not. Actually, no, definitely not. Some of those people probably played one time and then couldn't find another game afterwards and switched back to Team Deathmatch. Anyway, so those 20,000 people are not all on once, so let's make some assumptions. There's going to be quite a few assumptions made in this video, and I think that most of the assumptions I make are going to be pretty generous, so the point that I'm trying to make will still be valid. So let's assume that those 20,000 people played every day for an average of 2 hours a day. Obviously, some people played a lot more. Like I said, some people played a lot less. But we're going to say on average they played 2 hours a day because Advanced Warfare doesn't give us hard numbers on how many people are online right now or in, you know, whichever game mode you're checking out, like some of the older Call of Duties did. So we have to make some of these assumptions. If those 20,000 people played an average of 2 hours a day, that would give us, at any given time, you'll get on and find 1,667 people in Search and Rescue. So that's not quite as big of a number. Well, what are some other hard restrictions that Call of Duty gives us when looking at lobbies? What map packs do you have? What DLC did you download? All right, well, another one of our assumptions, we'll just assume that 40%, I think this is also generous, we'll assume that 40% of the people bought the map pack, the season pass rather. Now, if that's true, and you have the season pass, then at any given time, there will now be 667 people for it to choose from, quite a bit less. Well, okay, well, what if you didn't buy all the maps? What if you bought some of the maps? There are 17 different possibilities and configurations for combinations of the map packs you could have. Some people bought all of them, some people bought none of them, some people bought the first one, some people bought the first two, some people bought the first three, and then decided they didn't want to waste money on another one because they stopped playing Advanced Warfare a month ago. Some people only bought the first one and decided it was a waste of money. Some people only bought the first one and then decided they really wanted to play Skyrise because they loved High Rise from Modern Warfare 2, so they bought the third one too. So now some people have the first and the third. You're going to have some people with the first, the third, and the fourth. Any combination of 1 through 4 is possible on this. And every one of those combinations are segregating you into a different group of lobbies that you could possibly be in. So, and I'm not even going to try to assume how many are in each possible combination of map packs. But as you can imagine, it is really, really small. And then that's just talk about the PS4. The PS4 is the most populated console for Advanced Warfare. What if you bought it for PC? According to game charts, PCs sold 20 times less of Advanced Warfare than the PS4 did. So if you have the season pass on PC, there are, according to our assumptions and statistics here, are only around 33 different people that are playing Search and Rescue at any given time. Now, if you've only got the first and third map pack, you're lost, man. You're not going to find a game. And there are so many, and that's talking about right now where Advanced Warfare is still the most current Call of Duty. I played a game of Black Ops a couple days ago, and it still had people playing it. So if you're trying to play this game or any of the Call of Duties years from now, and you're trying to play with the first map pack and the third map pack on PC in Search and Rescue 2 years later, it's not going to happen. And what I've seen people try to do is, or what I've seen people successfully do, is delete all their map packs so that they could get into some of these game modes, so they could actually find a game. Now, you paid for those map packs. You shouldn't have to delete them from your system and then have to waste time reinstalling them whenever you want to try it again later. You might be able to find games at Team Deathmatch, but not Search and Rescue. So do you want to delete all your map packs so you can play this one game type, or do you just want to not play that game type? It's not a very good system. Now, here is my suggestion. Now, if you try to do this on your copy of Advanced Warfare, it's not going to work, because what I'm about to show you is a combination of Photoshop and video editing. So let's go down in here on our options. We'll go down here to our DLC packs options, and we'll click on that. All right. Now, our first option says Best Lobby. This is my suggestion to Call of Duty on how they could improve the matchmaking. This is my suggestion. Our first option says Best Lobby. Now, if you enable this, it will allow you to be placed in the best lobby regardless of DLC packs that you have installed. So if you only have the first and third DLC pack and you're trying to get into a game of Search and Rescue, it's going to search for other games of Search and Rescue that have the first and third DLC pack. Eventually, if it doesn't find one, it will look for all lobbies that have no map packs installed, just the first one, just the third one, or all of them that you have. And if it finds one, it will put you in there. So you're not limited to the map packs that you have installed, and you don't have to try to delete your map packs to broaden your possible lobbies that you can be put in. Also, what I have here is you can come down, you can see, you can come down here to Ascendance or any one of the map packs, and you can disable it. And what this would do, this will say you don't like Ascendance, you don't want to play any of the maps in Ascendance, rather than just deleting them from your system, because maybe you do want to maybe you want to play them in some game modes but not others. Maybe you want to play them in private matches but you don't really want to play online with them. You can disable them right here, and this will only put you in lobbies that do not contain the Ascendance map pack. If you still have Best Lobby enabled, it will look for lobbies that contain all the map packs besides Ascendance, and any combination of those. I think this is a much better system than forcing you to delete your map packs or buy all of them, just so you can find a lobby of people that want to play Search and Rescue, or whatever game mode it is. This is going to work for years down the road. I don't have my map packs installed on Black Ops 2 because I couldn't find lobbies, and I want to play some of those map packs, but my internet connection is not very good, and if you're in the same boat as me, you don't want to waste time trying to reinstall the map packs and see if it's going to work or not. If Activision likes this idea and they want to pass this along to whoever's making their future Call of Duties, please, by all means, just take the idea. You don't even have to credit me, because I'll just be happy with the fact that I can do it. This is not a perfect system. Theoretically, I've been able to come up with a problem. It could possibly end up to where every lobby ends up de-evolving into just no map packs. Once it decides to find a lobby and it can't find one for you, it puts you in one with no map packs, and then the next person that has the same configuration as you do ends up getting put in the no map pack lobby, and then everybody else is going to have a harder time finding people with that configuration. I could see how it could kind of devolve to where every lobby is full of no map packs, but they have high-paid engineers on all of their development teams that could figure this out. I think that this solution is still a better solution than what we have, and I think that it's something they could probably overcome just with a little bit of thought, a little bit of math. More math than what I'm willing to do for no money. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to let the rest of this gameplay finish out. Just a few seconds ago, I was 11 and 13, and here we are, 81 to 91. They're just 9 kills away from winning, so let's see how this plays out.
Kill.
Ready. Taking the lead.
Well, that was a pretty good comeback if I do say so myself. Anyway, if you like my ideas on how to fix Call of Duty's matchmaking, give me a thumbs up. If you have any ideas of your own or any improvements, or you just want to agree, leave me a comment. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel. It lets me know to keep making more videos that, you know, that there's a purpose. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm not really good at goodbyes, so,